Right, so we do 12 to 15 of these. Good. Really squeezing your bum as hard as possible. Right. Good. This is a little bridge. Good. Yeah, nice. Or 15 if you feel good, but 12 is good. Yeah, good choice. Nice. Well done. Now as you get into that plank position, I'm going to do the walking plank again. Your favorite.
How many times?
10. This is plank position. Walk your feet backwards, make yourself nice and long, and then walk yourself forward again. There you go. 1, 2. So try and keep your back nice and straight. Good. So the longer you go, the harder it's going to be. Nice. Well done. So keep that course like tight the whole time. So really squeezing your abs. Good. The further you go, the harder it's going to be. So try and stretch yourself. Nice. Nice. 1 minute rest. Good.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good. So the rest starts now. How did you find the hip thrusts?
Fine.
Easy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice. Good. So the reason I asked you to look forward, what usually happens, people, as people push the hips up, they kind of look backwards.
Yeah.
When they're in this position, they're looking forward. As they do that, they look up. And what it does, it usually like your chest and your belly will follow, and you'll arch your back. That means your back's working, but we want to work your bum.
Yeah, as soon as you look straight.
Your eyes looking forward keeps your chest flat, your belly flat, and it means your glutes are squeezing to push you up rather than your back squeezing. And that's what we want. So what we're going to try this time is single leg glute bridge. Hip thrust, right? Single leg hip thrust.
Pause.
So exactly the same. So you're going to sit up exactly the same. Feet shoulder width apart. Shoulder blades on the seat or the sofa or the bench, whatever you're using. You might want to take your feet a bit closer, just from a balance perspective. Not touching, but closer than they were. And then what we're going to do is extend one leg at your knee. Ooh, and let that bum tuck base to the floor, and then up. Good. So again, we're going to go for 12 to 15. I find 15 a bit too much this time. But it's a lot harder with one leg compared to two. Nice.
Oh.
Nice. Is that 10?
Yeah.
Got 2 more? We'll do 12. Nice, well done. That's good. Quick break, shake it off, and then go to the other leg. Good. Good. Technique's looking good. Keep your bum squeezing tight, eyes looking forward. On last two. Is it? It's a lot harder, isn't it? Yeah. It's funny, it's the same exercise, but it just jumps from one to the next. It's not a gradual progression. Right, into that plank. 10 walking planks. Forgot about them, didn't you?
Are we doing 3 sets of each?
We will do 3 sets of each, yeah. We weren't going to do 2, but because I've taken out 1 set of lunges because of your knees, we'll do 3 of the rest of them.
Yeah, my knees just are a bit clicky and tense, that's all.
A bit clicky.
Yeah, I've got clicking joints.
Oh, how are you feeling? Yeah.
Like when I walk, my feet click.
Well, every time.
Pretty much. But it's just my knees are a bit pressure. It's probably because of the running.
How are your knees on those? How are your knees on the hip thrusts?
Fine.
Yeah. It's more of a hamstring and a glute exercise anyway, but your knees will feel a bit of pressure because you're leaning obviously on.
It's just like when you go into something,
Yeah.
like with the knee. But it's fine. Oh, I really hate these things. I might actually prefer half burpees.
I'll remember that next time. Someone messaged me last night and they asked me for full burpees. Okay, can you put loads of full burpees into a workout that we can do? I said, the first time anyone's ever asked me for that. Good. So it's quite easy to let yourself cheat a little bit on this one. So just try and keep pushing yourself back as far as possible. So your foot going almost right to the end of that mat. So use that as a little level. So you're always going to that point every time, if not further. Good. Nice. Yeah. Well done. So what you're doing really well is you're doing your plank and you're shifting like this. And what it's easy to do is walk your feet in, but let your back like bend. So yeah, but you're keeping your back nice and straight. That's exactly what I want to see. I want to see you almost like a seesaw. You shuffle back and forward. Okay. Have you used like an ab roller at the gym?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah. So this exercise pretty much does the same thing. So if you do an ab roller, the more you extend, the harder it gets, doesn't it? But what we're doing now is just we're extending the legs rather than the arms of the roller.
Yeah.
It's the same effect, but you're doing it in little steps rather than a wheel, and you're using your legs rather than your arms. Yeah. Like I said to you last time, like your ab muscles are really good at keeping your chest and your pelvis like squeezed tight together, but then you're asking to stretch but also stay tight. So that's where the challenge is. So the further you go, the harder it will be, but the more benefits you'll get. Yeah. So do one more set of that.
One more set.
Is that all right? Knees feeling good?
10 seconds to go.
You're squirrel away from me.
the lower you can go, the more it's going to work your bum as well. Ooh.
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah, just a wobbly chair and an annoying dog.
So excited.
Oh, I've got what number I'm on.
7. That's 9. Got only 3 left. 10. 11. Got one more. Nice. Well done. Good. That's the last one on that leg. Do you normally get up this early?
Huh?
You normally get up this early?
Yeah.
It's not like a treat for her. She's like, you're not usually up this early.
But she would lay in bed all morning with you.
Oh, really?
She's lazy.
Oh, if you're in bed, she's in bed. But if you're up, she's up.
Yeah. She's got separation issues, so wherever I am, she is. Oh yeah. Dear.
You're throwing that toy. You get it.
Not even her toy, it's Kai's toy. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Nice. Well done. Very good. Right, last round of those walking planks.
I need to get a better mat.
Yeah, one that's really, it's like quite thick. It's really soft. It's good for some things, but like every time I do a lunge on it, it just slips across the floor. So it's quite stretchy. So when I was demonstrating that to you a second ago, I've done a few walks and it just slid. You've got no control over how far it goes.
Yeah.
So challenges you, doesn't it? Right, let's go.
Like chunks come out of it. Your shoes.
Keep working. That's it. Need more grip.
Bella. Come on, 3 more.
That's it. All right, so done. Right.
I hate those.
Okay. All right, a minute rest again, or just over a minute rest. Okay, the next one's going to be pretty much all on your hands. Oh no, it's not, sorry. The first one's on your back. But after that, you've got 3 exercises to do. And then do it as a little circuit. Just a core, all for your core really. So 30 seconds on each, 15 seconds rest. So we can do a hollow hold or banana hold. I'll demonstrate that. Then we do T-plank rotations and up-down planks.
Is that what I use the chair for?
Yeah. So it's all on the floor. So the first one's on your back, the other two are on your front. So I'll demonstrate them all now for you. So when you do home workouts, you do the only thing you can really do without any equipment is press ups for your upper body. It's quite hard to do anything for your shoulders.
10 seconds to go.
It's quite hard to do anything for your back unless you've got something to pull. But I'm conscious to do too many press ups all the time. So I've tried to come up with ideas to strengthen up your chest and shoulders and core without having to do press ups. We are doing press ups later, so I'm just trying to be conscious not to do like too many. So hollow hold. You're going to lay on your back, legs straight, feet together, toes pointed. You're going to lift your feet off the floor by 6 inches. But at the same time, you can lift your head and your shoulders off the floor as well. So your core is really tight and squeezed, and anything touching the floor is really your mid back to bum. Yeah, so your upper back's off the floor, all your legs off the floor. So I'll show you quick.
So here, put your hands to the ceiling, point your toes, feet off the floor to about there, and then shoulders off the floor like that. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you want to make it easier, you put your hands forward a bit, and to make it harder, put your hands behind your head.
Yeah, so you have to be, say, 3 to 6 inches, feet off the floor, and shoulders off the floor as well. T-plank rotations, so press up position, big circles with those arms, and then up down planks. You're on your hands, down to your elbows, up to your hands. Watching your face, remember what exercises are. So funny. What's that one? And I explain it like, oh fuck.
That's why I don't remember those names.
Trying to block them out of your memory. Okay, right, so set a time. So it's 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. 3 exercises, then we'll have a minute rest. We'll do it again. First one, you'll probably feel like you're shaking a lot, but everyone shakes. Because you're working your abs so hard, it just gets a bit like jittery. Okay, are you ready? Hands up to the ceiling, toes pointed. Okay. 6, 5, 4. So when you hear the first beat,
3,
start lifting yourself
2,
up.
1, go.
Good, that's it. Nice. Try and get your shoulders a little bit higher. Try and reach your hands towards the ceiling. That's it.
Oh my god!
Keep holding.
Oh my god, when does it stop?
When it beeps, you've got about 12 seconds left. Keep holding.
10 seconds to go.
Good. If you really can't hold it anymore, let your chest fall, but keep your feet off the floor. Legs straight. Last little bit.
And rest.
And rest. Good. Right, now roll over onto your front for T-plank rotation. So press up position. And make a big T. Back down, other side.
Start.
Let's go. Good. Nice. Good. Try to get our body as stiff and straight as possible. Nice. Good. Well done. Nice.
10 seconds to go.
How's it feeling?
And rest.
Good, right. 15 seconds rest. Start with a high plank, go down to your elbows, back up to top, and then down, back up to top.
Start.
Let's go. So you have to go super fast. Try and really focus on keeping your core strong and tight. Try not to let your hips lift too much from side to side. It's very hard to do, but that's what we're aiming for. Good.
10 seconds to go.
Good. Keep working. Come on, nearly there. Go on, one more. Get one more. Nice.
And rest.
Nice. A minute rest now.
Last week I couldn't really do that, could I?
Exactly. And it's a third exercise after one core and one arm, and then you're doing that.
And rest.
So now you've got 45 seconds left. So that's good. It shows you're making progress, really. Really good. So you've got to do that 2 more times through.
So we do it 2 more times.
Yeah, so that hollow hold or banana hold.
That's really hard.
So, like this is a harder version. Then it gets easier like this. The more you do that, if it gets too hard, you can't do it. Let your head go down, but keep your feet off the floor.
Okay.
Because that'll still work.
It'll still work, but just not as hard. Right, you ready? Got 5 seconds.
Start.
Oh, straight in. Nice. Good. The straighter the legs, the harder it will be as well. We're going to try and keep the legs straight the whole time. I'm just going to use your arms to make it easier. Nice. So really try and push that lower back into the floor as well, hard as you can.
10 seconds to
Oh,
go.
less than 10 seconds now.
And rest.
Nice. Nothing like a distraction halfway through.
Go outside.
Plank rotations.
Start.
Good. Someone's just knocked on my door. I'm just going to quickly check who it is.
Okay.
So,
10 seconds to go. And rest.
sorry, it was a very early Amazon delivery.
That's all right.
One second, who the hell's knocking my door this time?
Start.
Up, down planks, let's go. Good. Come on. Just focus on getting 3, 4, 5 good ones. That's it. Good.
10 seconds to go.
One more. Good. Good save.
And rest.
Nice. Well done. That's really good. Really good. So in like the sweat sessions, when we do stuff like that,
Rest.
so I want you to almost go a bit quicker, focus on the speed. Obviously, always keep good technique, but on the sweat ones, go a bit faster with things. On this one, I'm happy for you to go a bit slower, but do the harder version. Make sure everything's really controlled and really strong. So yeah, sometimes some exercises will cross over into each one, but the intent of them was different. Yeah. So I think in the last one you did, it might have been a strength anyway. But for example, if this was a sweat session,
Pause.
I'd let you get down to your knees, but just keep going nice and quick. But for now, I want you to focus on staying on your feet, keeping it hard, and testing it a bit more. Yeah. Right, so going to our last round now. So a hollow hold or banana hold, they're the same thing, it's called different names. Two plank rotations and up down planks. Yeah, last one. So 7, 6, huh?
Then that's it.
No, we'll do one more thing at the end.
That's what.
Start.
Don't worry about that. There's more to come.
Seriously, piss off.
Right, legs a bit straight if you can. Obviously, about kicking the dog. Good. Right, that's it.
Ugh.
They're coming up to 10 seconds.
10 seconds to go.
Right, legs straight. Focus on keeping it tight.
And And rest.
Nice. Right, onto your hands. T planks.
Start.
That's it. Try and get your head to follow that hand that's moving. So your eyes are looking at the moving hand. So you really rotate your whole body. Nice. Good. Test your balance. Stability in that shoulder. Nice.
10 seconds to go.
There you go.
And rest.
Nice. Good. Right. Right. So this one, up down plank, minimum of 3. Yeah. That's all you're going to get. Target is 3. If you can get more than that, as a bonus.
Start.
Good. Good. You've got 18 seconds left, so you can definitely get more than 3. Good.
10 seconds to go.
Well done. Come on. One more. Last one, last one, last one.
Finished. Well done, guys.
Well done. That was really good. Really good. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to fly through the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's called a reverse. So it's a reverse lunge, but it's called a reverse sprinter lunge. That's a slight variation. So you're going to do a reverse lunge, but your hand's going to touch the floor as if you're going to do like a sprinter start.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll demonstrate. So it's going to work your knees a little bit, but what you're going to do, you're going to bend at your hips a lot more than usual, so it will engage more hamstrings and bum. So it should take pressure off your knee. You don't go down quite as low with your knee, so it should help your knee actually. Well, won't hurt your knee as much as a normal lunge, but yeah, keep it moving. So when you get a slight injury, like not injury, but like a niggle like your knee, you want to take the pressure off, not completely stop. Only if you're like really injured. If it's like a bit like achy and like feel pressure, reduce the intensity, but maybe not just completely stop it. So I'll demonstrate quick. So you can do reverse sprinter lunges. You're going to do 10 on your left leg, then 10 on your right leg. Then we're going to do 10 hand release press ups. I'll show you them as well. Yeah, you do 3 rounds of this quick, and then we're done. So you're going to take one leg back. As you do, you're going to put your hands towards the floor. So here, like a sprint, and just stand up, back down, and up. Yeah? Yeah. 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg. Simple as that. And then a hand release press up. So you do it on your feet or your knees. So here, press down, take your hands off the floor, touch the back of your head, then put your hands back down, and then push back up again. Yeah?
Yeah.
10 lunges, 10 press ups. What could be easier, Charlotte?
I hate that word, easy.
Oh. The thing is, I say easy, but it's like, I say easy instead of simple. So it's obviously it's quite straightforward and simple to understand and to do, but it's not easy, it's quite hard to do. Nice. So when you're ready, big step back, both hands to the floor, like you're about to do a 100-meter sprint. That's it, and then stand forward. Good, and again. Nice. 2. 3. 4. Nice. 10. Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Hands and knees.
It's this one more than this one.
Yeah.
But we're good.
Nice. Right, so remember on the press ups, keep that bum forward. Good. Down, control it to the floor. Touch the head. Good. Place your hands back down, good position, and drive up. Nice. So before you drive back on the floor, really make sure your core is squeezed nice and tight, so everything in your upper body is stiff and strong. Push.
Kind of like do a worm up. How do you
Exactly. You want to try and get your hips and your chest to leave at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we've done quite a lot of core this session, your core's quite tired.
Right.
So if you find it hard to, if you feel like you're doing a worm up rather than both up, control it on the way down like you're doing, and then do the best you can to get back up.
Yeah.
But focus on the downward bit because that'll build your strength for the future. Good. Yeah, so a lot of people think that press ups is just your arms, but if you can get your core nice and strong, it makes it a lot easier, but it also makes it a lot of a harder exercise as well. It's an easier press up, but it's a harder, like, I just got to stretch myself and now I can't explain it. Your hands a bit slightly wider and a bit further back.
It's like,
Not a bit too far.
oh.
Let's try that. Nice. Nice. Is that easier, harder?
I don't know.
They're all hard. Nice. I'm done. Right, so.
Should I go straight in?
No, you can rest for a minute. I'm just trying to explain what I mentioned earlier about. So people think that press ups is just your upper body.
Yeah.
It puts a lot of pressure on your chest and shoulders to lift your entire body up. If your core's floppy, it puts a lot more pressure on your chest.
Yeah.
If you keep your core strong, initially it's harder to focus on squeezing your core and pressing a press up. But when they get stronger together, the actual movement of the press up will get easier to do because everything moves as one rather than
One and then, yeah.
working against your upper body and so on, yeah. So it makes it more of an intense exercise to do when you're squeezing your core as hard as you can and pushing the floor as hard as you can. But yeah, you'll get stronger quicker and the movement will get easier quicker too. Yeah, with your press up movement, so your hands are quite narrow. So if you see here, if you can see my elbow from there, my hands are a bit too narrow. So think about if you're pushing something, if your hands are at a bit of an angle, it's a harder movement. You want to put it straight. So if I was pushing straight into that, it's a lot stronger. Whereas if it was like at a weird angle, that's harder. Because the power's coming this direction. So for me to go back, it's got to work extra hard. So you want to get your hands. So your elbow should be pointing the ceiling from all angles at the bottom of the press up. But everyone's different. So the higher your elbows go and the closer your elbows go is going to affect the angle. So everyone's different. You've got to find what's going to work for you, but you want to keep your forearm like vertical.
Vertical from your elbow. Okie dokie.
Right, lunges first though. So what I noticed on this last one, just try and take these steps a bit further back.
Okay.
That's quite short. Just try and take a bit of a bigger lunge backwards. That's all.
My legs are going like jelly.
Right. Nice. Good. Nice, well done. Straight into the other side. Big step. Good. Nice. Now I'm going to his press ups. Good. Good. So control on the way down. Nice. Good. That's it. Good. So go a little bit quicker on this bit, and then slower here. That's it. When it gets tough, that's when I want you to try and focus on going slower. Yeah. I know that's the hardest point to go slow. That's where you want to build that strength. Good.
Oh.
You're gonna get stronger doing that.
Oh. No.
Come on, nice and slow. Make this one the slowest one you can, all the way down. This is gonna be the last thing we do today. Last one, slow as you can. Good. When you want to give up, don't. Keep holding. Push. Keep breathing. Hold it up. Good. Now keep your core tight and drive yourself up. Good. Big push. Well done. Nice. Right, we'll leave it there just because I don't want to overdo your knees. Running at the same time. So it was more hamstring focused today, but it will be a bit of knees obviously work and your legs as well. So
Yeah, no.
don't want to overdo it. Yeah, just if you notice your knees are hurting more, I would just say reduce how much you're doing. So if you're doing classes and running, maybe do
I'll have a rest day tomorrow and just go for a long dog walk.
yeah.
Not
Or if you could do if you're doing like a class in the morning and running in the evening, you could do two, but just reduce either how far or how fast you're running.
Yeah.
Or in the class, just reduce how. If I say do 10 to 12 reps, just go for the 10.
Yeah.
Or if we do a timed cardio workout, work at say 80% rather than 100%.
Yeah.
You're taking the edge off of either of what you're doing, just to let your legs recover for a day or two, or take a complete rest day like you are tomorrow.
Yeah, have a rest day and then do stretch Friday morning. And then it's like.
Yeah, I just think a lot of people, especially when you're working from home or working out from home, because you can't go to the gym and use the kit. People are like, right, I've just got to work as hard as I can all the time because I haven't got the kit I could use. It's easy to work as hard as possible all the time, but you can end up running yourself into the ground. So learning when to take a little step back, then come back.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like you've got to work 100 miles an hour every single time you work out. That's why I put stretch workouts in there, just because I know there's people that book onto every single session nearly that will just beat themselves up for a week because they feel like they've got to work out hard.
Yeah,
Recovery in there as well is also important too.
you do, yeah. No, the stretch classes are good.
I've had a few people message me, go, oh, I think I'll only want to do the sweat classes because that's all I like doing. Then I send them a stretch one, like after we do it, and then they start saying, oh, I really like the stretch classes, they're really nice. I feel like I like them.